Hey everybody, real quick Gaslands video. This is for the build that I'm doing called the P-Dirty6. Had a couple questions as to what models I was using for it. So I had made one previously, but it took way too long. So basically, these are the type of things I'm using. The primary body was from a Matchbox SkyBusters. It was called the Stunt Plane. I've since chopped the wheels. Basically, it's the lower body is plastic, the upper body is metal. It's very similar to this one, the Old Town, very similar. And for the chassis is basically, well, I'm not saying basically, it's this Matchbox 4x4, the MBX 4x4. All I did was take off the metal part right here, the upper body, and I used the lower chassis. Then I flipped it around. That's how it should look, because there's the seats and all that. Just chopped off the headrest, part of the stick shift, and the steering column, flipped it around, and it actually works quite beautifully, quite perfectly. The wheels, I honestly can't tell you where they came from. I think they're from, well, I know they're from a Hot Wheels, I just can't remember which one. But it was a Hot Wheels that was a donor card that I've since lost everything else. And I've just been doing some quick mods on it. This isn't a professional, this isn't like my high standard that I normally do when I do customs. This was just made so I could see if I could do it. And if I could do it to make it look decently. Which I think I will be able to. So far, the only thing I've painted, obviously I sprayed this, the lower chassis, in black. And that's one thing. I used the new Krylon formula where it's like paint and primer. And I have to admit, I'm not a fan of it. I just want my flat black back. And I know Rust-Oleum makes it also. But yeah. So anyway, that's just what I had on hand. For the tires, I did use Vallejo black gray. That will be number 70.862. Vallejo model color black gray. I think it gives it a nice dusty look. Everything else was primed with Tamiya light gray, which I don't know why I've never used it before. So basically, you're wondering what those holes are for. They're going to be for exhaust that I'm putting on there. I did add a gun from Flames of War. Whoops, sorry. On the bottom piece, not going to be quite a turret, but if I wanted to write it up as a turret, I could, because of the way it is on that nice little pintle mount. The cockpit, I did decide to go ahead and put the pilot in for the cockpit. I know it's showing up all crazy. I'm kind of in a rush here. But basically what I did was, it's supposed to be a two-seater. I chopped out the front seat, cut it up a little bit, moved it back. So this way, this figure, which I did get from eBay, it's like HO scale 100 seated train figures or models. It's roughly 20 millimeter. It was like 96 cents. It ended up being like $2 after conversion and shipping and all that. But I got 100 of these, and they're in various styles. They're not the greatest, and it's going to be obscured anyway by the cockpit, by the canopy. I did have to chop off his legs and do a little bit of cleanup. I'm not going to go detailed at all with him because he's going to be in that cockpit with the canopy over it. So yeah. So that's that. Quick look at some of the parts in there. That tubing is just from K&S Precision Metals. So all I did was cut that, and I used their little tool for it. There's a video on how to do it. I would do a video tutorial on it, but it takes forever. So there's already a video out there, not great quality, probably done in early 2000s with an early camera, video phone camera. But yeah, this is a great little tool. Well worth the $7. There's a pipe. This one I just used as an experiment for something. So yeah, so basically you're going to use this MBX 4x4, flip it around, change out the tires if you so choose. If you don't, no worries. For the next one, I'm really hoping my stuff comes in from Ken's Chop Shop, because I did order a set of tires that's much bigger than this and will fit the part better. I'm going to try this on one of them. This is the new Jurassic World vehicle, the armored action truck. Most generic name I've ever heard, but sure, armored action truck. Probably use this one on one of these. Now for these planes, I'm not. My local Walmarts do not carry these SkyBusters anymore. I don't know why. I don't know if they're still in production or not. But this is the dive bomber. I don't think I'm gonna use it because I do love how it looks. This is really nice. I just don't like the red prop. But you know, whatever. But it is really nice. I probably will not be using this one for the next one. The Old Town is really nice also. It's got that air intake right there in the front. It's going to take a little bit of work. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. This one I'm going to definitely chop off the wings, obviously. And more than likely remove these two over here. Not quite sure. Now this one is real. I like this Hyperjet. This was going to be for a 15mm Orc build, because I mean, just look at that engine. That just screams Orc right there. But for Gaslands, this works also perfectly because you see all the rivets on there. And again, I don't know if these are still even being made by Matchbox. I haven't seen them in a long time. This one, you know what? I got all these around the same time. So 2014. So yeah, I've had these for a while. And this one was all available for it. Hyperjet, Lockheed Martin. You know, I even got some of the Batman, the Bats, that are really large for this. And let's see, this one, Old Town. Okay, this was 2010 that I got this. Oh, I'm sorry, 2012. 2012. So that's kind of old. This one was also 2012. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be using the dive bomber. It's really cool. If you find one and you want to use it, that's great. I'd really recommend not going ahead and repainting the checkerboard because it's already dirty as it is. You know, it comes pre-packaged, already weathered somewhat. Yeah, this overall, I really do love the paint scheme. If I did ever find another one, I'd just chop off the wings, and where I chop them off, match the paint to this, and just leave it as is. Because I mean, this really is gorgeous. And get rid of that propeller. So yeah, I hope that helps everybody figure out what I'm doing with the P-Dirty6. Like I said, this is just flipped over. Sometimes you just got to think outside the box because nobody's going to see the bottom side anyway, right? So yeah, that's it. For those that follow the World of the Mad, I am going to put up a video real quick of something I had an idea for. So there might be a bunch of Gasland videos coming out here soon. Well, Gasland themed. But don't worry, I did not forget my 15mm guys. You guys are always first and foremost. This was going to be for 15mm gaming, but it's just way too big. Honestly, it is way too big. I think the P-Dirty6 will be better for the Wasteland games. Alright, so that's about it. Again, hope you liked it. And I will do another video later about the P-Dirty6 build.